We've been offering Microsoft Office training for over 20 years. The years have gone by, but the following 3 Microsoft Word questions have remained the same. Question 1. How do I get Word to quit automatically formatting things? Word is so efficient it thinks for you. Unfortunately, we don't always agree with the formatting choices that are made for us. Sometimes you don't want the number 2 to appear right after you type the number 1. Also, you may not want a horizontal line to appear in the middle of the page after you type a few dashes. These features are part of Word's auto format as you type option and can be easily turned off. Let's go over how to turn off these options. First, from the File tab, choose Options. Then select Proofing and click on the Auto Correct Options button. There's a tab that appears called Auto Format as you type. Simply turn off the options that you don't want. I'm going to click on the Automatic Numbered List option and the border lines and click OK. Now we'll click OK to exit Word options, and let's try it again. Now if I type in a 1, a period and a space, and press Enter, there's no number 2. If I press the dash a few times and press Enter, I no longer have the border line. Question 2. How do I change the default font used in new documents? Since the 2007 version of Office, the default font used in new Word documents is Calibri. The reason for this is to support online screen readability. More and more documents are being read in a digital format versus on paper. Calibri is simply easier to read on screen. But how do you change Word's default font? First, you're going to click the dialog box launcher that appears in the font group of the Ribbons Home tab. Then, I simply need to select a different font. I'm going to choose Arial. And then at the very bottom of the dialog box, click on Set as Default. It's going to ask you, do you want to set the default font to Arial for this document only or for all documents based on the normal template? If I choose all documents based on the normal template, the next time I bring up a new document, it will automatically be Arial versus Calibri. Let's select that and click OK. And now, if I go to File, choose New, and pick Blank Document, I will automatically have Arial as my default font. Question 3. How do I add a password to a Word document? Adding a password to a Word document is sometimes really hard to find, but actually it's just a simple option through the Save As screen. Let's go to the File tab, choose Save As. Notice there's a Tools menu right next to the Save button. When I click on Tools, I'm going to choose General Options. At the top of General Options, you have File Encryption options, which allows you to either have a password to open the document or a password to modify. In this case, I want people to know the password to open the document. So I'm going to type in a password and click OK. I'll be prompted to type the password again. Click OK again. Now, when I click Save, I've added a password to the document. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Save, close the document, and now I'm prompted to add a password. Another easy option with Word, but it's just a little hard to find.